So I did something this morning. I don't know why I'm so tickled about this. It was just kind of fun. I love doing new things. What I did is that I tutored on Cambly. For those of you that don't know what Cambly is, maybe you know what italki is. It's a language learning platform where you can teach adults and children anywhere in the world, anytime you want, as long as you and the student are available. And it's all just one-on-one, video-based, and I guess you could do audio-based too. But I tutored for Cambly this morning. I've used this platform before to take calls. One thing that's kind of unique about them is that you can just go ahead and open up time and say, okay, send me calls. I will talk to anyone you send me. And so you could be talking to students in Saudi Arabia, and then you're in Turkey, and then you're in Peru, and all over the place. You just receive these calls. The students buy a package of, it's not lessons, I think they buy like so many minutes, like this is how much talk time I want a month. And so, yeah, they just get hooked up with native speakers. I think they can choose us. It's not like they just get haphazardly thrown at us. But if you're available and they decide to choose you, they can see your profile. You make a little profile. You accept the call. And I did that. And it just like the whole time my heart was pounding. I think I talked to a couple students. One was in Saudi Arabia. Actually, I talked to many students, but the ones that I really remember, I talked to somebody, it was a man in Saudi Arabia. He was going to a university where he was taking courses in English, and he was getting into engineering. I can't believe I still remember this. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. And then another student was a woman from Turkey. She was looking to do scientific research with a multinational team. And I think the lingua franca there was going to be English. And so therefore she wanted to know more English so she could cooperate with her. Actually, I think she was applying for an internship and she needed to have a certain level of English. And then I just took a bunch of random calls. These people can also get like, I think 5 minutes for free. And so I'd get goofy kids. I had some kids in a car like smoking that wanted to talk to me and some other things. It wasn't nothing inappropriate. I've heard some real horror stories about people being flashed. That never happened to me. I didn't tutor for that long, so who knows? Maybe it would have happened eventually. But today I did something different. I didn't want to do that, and I decided to, this is actually strange. I had some parent contact me and say, hey, can you tutor my kid? Please send me your schedule. I didn't even know what that meant. And so I went into Cambly. They have a lot of good tutor training videos. I figured out how on earth to like open a reservation. And I sent her my schedule. She never booked, but some other person popped up, this guy Christian who spoke Spanish, and he wanted to do like a conversation lesson with me. So today was that lesson. I booked it like a week ago, and I was like kind of nervous. It's been a while since I've taught adults, probably since before the lockdowns in like 2020. I hadn't, actually I think I last taught in 2019. I last taught adults, so it'd been a while. But anyway, he was this lovely gentleman from Peru. He's an accountant working in an international finance company in Israel. How cool, right? These people have remote jobs too. He's actually in Peru. And so it was really fun. We had a 30-minute lesson planned. And one thing I didn't realize, it's not like VIP Kid where like you're only penalizing yourself if you stay over 30 minutes. Like literally chopped it off, which was kind of great. So like you'll never stay over. But then again, like if you're not watching your time, there's not like some big timer like some of these online ESL companies have. We got cut off in the middle of like saying goodbye, and I was giving him some advice, but thankfully there's a real-time chat, and so we could just chat back and forth. I finished up what I wanted to say, and that was that. Super fun. And so I am booked for 2 more lessons next week, and this is so fun. This is what I always wanted at VIP Kid. I set him as my regular student, and then I could go ahead and reserve some spots just for him. And so I was able to, I added him to my regular students list, and then I sent him a request. I was like, I am available at this time. Would you like my class? And it only got sent to him, and he chose it. He didn't have to compete with anybody, no drama. Why couldn't VIP Kid have done this? It would have been wonderful. And it was like in his language, in my language. He spoke English beautifully, by the way. But anyway, VIP Kid's ending, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I'm so excited. I'm so sorry I'm all over the place, but I'm really pumped. The only downside, guys, you know it was coming, right? Like, it sounds too good to be true. The pay is awful. It's awful. I worked for less than minimum wage this morning, but it was really fun. So I think I'm not going to teach a ton on Cambly because it's like $10, $20 an hour. Like I could hire somebody to do anything in my house or my yard and they would get paid more than I just got paid. But it's fun. I, threw on a little eye makeup and put on my lights, but I did sit down. I was trying to bring my energy down and I scraped all my magnetic letters off the board and threw a calendar up there because I thought that looked like mature. But I still did kind of have my cartoonish map of the US here. And you could see some of my fall leaves. But oh well, whatever. You don't like it, then I'm not the teacher for you. Like, I'm very honest with students. I think I might have mentioned that I teach children, but it worked and he liked it. It was cool. We talked for a little bit just to kind of get to know him. And then we went over an article. If any of you guys teach adults, maybe you already know about Engoo. It's ENGOO. I think they do classes, but I use their website for some articles. And it's super cool. They have all the articles arranged by, you can filter it out and say, I only want them at level 5 and 6. That's what I did for him because he's kind of an intermediate speaker. It would probably take a little time to understand like what each of those levels means. I don't think they correspond to Cambridge English or anything like that, but it's cool because they have vocab at the beginning, there's a short article, and then there's like discussion questions, further discussion, so kind of level discussion questions. And that was great. That took up like 30 minutes, us just going over the article. He really wanted me to help him with pronunciation, so I need to come up with a better like note-taking thing. I was going to write stuff in the chat, but I was like kind of trying to figure out how to share my screen. And so I just like wrote it all in a post-it. And I should do a whole nother separate Cambly video, but that's what I did this morning. I want to keep this under a certain amount of time. But yeah, I tutored on Cambly this morning. It was super fun. I don't know if you're just looking for something to do, some enrichment, just want to fill some little pockets of time, Cambly might be something fun to do. This is just to keep up my skills in teaching others. And I love teaching people from Spanish-speaking countries because I have a fallback. I have a safety net. I can speak Spanish, so I can teach in Spanish. And I actually didn't use too much. I didn't use too much today, just a little bit to explain some past tense verbs that he didn't understand. But anyway, that's it. That's it, guys. Have you guys ever taught for Cambly? Like, if you have, I want to know. I always want to know something silly. I want to know, have you ever been flashed? Like, tell me your Cambly horror stories, but then tell me, like, your wins on Cambly or Italki. Guys, I'm still trying to get hired by Italki. I really want to be on that platform. I actually redid my video today. I took another photo in my good lighting, changed my profile a bit. Let's see what we can do with that, because that one I get to set my price. That would be awesome. But anyway, wish me luck with that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.